Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Morning, sir.
Good evening, sir.
How are you all,
Good
guys?
evening, sir.
How are you, everyone?
We are fine, sir.
Good, sir.
How are you? Fine.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so let's start our lecture now, and we will start with quiz, right? In order to brush up the previous knowledge. Okay, is it visible to all? Is my screen visible?
It's visible. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so this is Python quiz. Okay, these are the simple quiz questions. You have to give the correct answer. So the first question is, who developed Python programming language? Which is the correct answer?
C, sir.
Sir C.
Tell me the name.
Guido van Rossum.
Okay, so the correct answer is Guido and Rossum. C. Okay, which type of programming does Python support?
All of them mentioned.
All of the mentioned.
Okay, why all of
Or
them mentioned? Because Python is what? Multi-paradigm. Okay, it support multiple programming languages features. That's why we can say all of the above. Okay, next question is Python case sensitive when dealing with identifier? Is it?
Yes, sir. No. Yes. Yes.
What's the mean of case sensitivity? Can anyone explain it?
If there is any mistake with identifiers, the program will get errors.
What do you mean
what
by mistake here?
is mentioned, we need to give same as it is, sir. We no need to give capital letters or small letters.
Yes, Mamta, very nice. Means for example, I'm writing a Python with a small name and I'm assigning 5 in Python and I'm creating another name, capital P Python. Okay, so I'm assigning I'm printing capital P Python. So it will not work. Like you guys already familiar with this, but let me tell you one more time. So for example, I'm writing here Python. I'm assigning 5. Okay, and I'm printing here. I'm writing capital P in Python. So it is giving error. Why? Because this and this both are not same. Okay, why? Because it is starting with small and it's starting with capital, right? So we should write as it is. Okay, this is known as case sensitivity. So what is the correct answer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, the answer is yes. Okay. Which of the following is the correct extension of the Python file?
Dot
Dot
py.
py.
So .py is the correct answer. Yes, very nice. Is Python code compiled or interpreted?
Both, sir.
Both.
Both compiled and interpreted.
So first, what happened? It interpreted or it compiled first?
First compiled and changed
It's
into
compiled
bytecode.
into bytecode.
Can anyone explain me about bytecode? What is bytecode?
Sir, bytecode.
Yes, yes.
Sir, bytecode can send any can be sent to any of the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Bytecode is particular executable code. It is an executable code.
Okay. Okay, you are correct. We can say bytecode is independent code which can run on any platform with the help of PVM, right? And we can say bytecode is what? Partially compiled code, right? And after compilation, the source code become bytecode, which is nothing but mnemonics. Okay, mnemonics are not exactly 0 1, but it is some verbs. It contains some verbs, and further it converted into what? Binary on the another machine by PVM. Okay, so PVM is responsible to compile that bytecode. So what's the answer of this? Is Python code compiled or interpreted? A is the correct answer.
Yes, A.
Okay, very nice. So A is the correct answer. Next question is, all keywords in Python are case sensitive?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
See, let's see how to display all the keywords in Python. Anyone knows which library we import?
KW list dot keywords.
KW list. It is giving an error. Anyone remember?
Keyword dot kw list.
So we will import which library? Keyword library. Okay, inside the keyword library, we have one function. Inside the keyword library, we have one function kw list. Okay, so it is displaying all the keywords. So can you please check once all the keywords are, what's the question? All keywords in Python are capitalized or lowercase or uppercase. So can you please check? See, it is starting with capital F, capital N, capital T, but this is starting with small, small, small. So some keywords starting with capital and some is starting with small. So what should be the conclusion? What should be the
None
correct
of
answer?
the
Option D.
So if we will say capitalized, capitalized means each word having first letter capital, but not each word having first letter capital. Few words having first word capital. So this A is not correct. And if you are saying all are lower, so that is also not correct because some are capital, na? And uppercase, all are not uppercase, not uppercase, that is completely wrong. So none of the mentioned. Is it true? D1 is true. Okay, so the correct answer is D. Okay, what will be the value of the following expression? Can anyone calculate? What will be the
7.
output of this? 7.
7.
Okay, so let me just check.
4, sir. 4.
What's the expression? 4. Okay, what is the expression? 4 plus 3 modulus 5. Is it?
7, sir.
Okay. So what is the correct answer? 7. How it is executing? Will it add first or it will divide first?
It will divide first.
It will divide first because it is following operator precedence, and this division operator, modulus operator, has higher precedence than this. Okay. So what will be the result of this? If you will write here 3 modulus 5, so the result will be 3. And if you will add 3 and 4, so it will become 7. 4 plus 3 is what? 7. Okay, so this is the correct answer. So 7 is the correct answer. Which of the following is used to define a block of code in Python language?
Indentation.
Let me see how many of you are there. Okay, what is the correct answer? Indentation. Which keyword is used for function in Python? Okay, this is
Def.
okay. Leave it. Okay, for comment, what we use for the comment? Hash symbol we use. Okay, that is correct. Okay, which of the following can help us to find the version of the Python that are currently working on our system? Okay, so leave this question. Okay, otherwise if you want to check the version of the Python, which command you will follow? You will go to the terminal and you will write what? Python hyphen hyphen version. It will display the version. Okay, so that is enough from the quiz part, and you can practice by yourself. Okay, this is the website. Okay, what's the website name? Here you can like practice Python question. Topic wise also you can practice. The website name is San Foundry Global Education and Learning. This is a website you can visit this website and you can practice your quiz. Okay, so now let's solve the hacker rank problem now. Okay, this is little tricky, not that much hard. It is easy one. Okay, can anyone please help me to read this problem statement? Anyone? No one? Okay, so our task is what? The provided code, the provided code sub stub reads an integer n. Okay, so this is the provided code. So it reads what? Integer n. Okay, because this is what? Input function, and input function take input or read the input from the keyboard, from the user or from the keyboard. Okay, taking input or reading input, both are the same thing. And it returns, input function return what type of data? It returns what? It return string type of data. Am I audible or not?
Audible.
Okay, and it will convert into integer and it will store inside the n the mean of this data. Okay, so it has provided n for all non-negative integers. So n will be non-negative. It will not provide any negative input. It will be non-negative. Okay, and example, try to understand example. N is equals to 3. So when n is equals to 3, the list of non-negative integers that are less than n is equals to 3. So we have to write 0, 1 and 2. Okay, print the square of each number on a separate line. For example, when input is 3, so what we have to do, we have to print 0, we have to print 1 and we have to print 4. Okay, suppose input is 5. Our input is 5, then what we have to print? We have to print 0, we have to print 1, we have to print 4, we have to print 9 and we have to print 16, right? So this sample output we have to print. Can anyone solve this question, solve this problem? Can anyone tell me the logic, what exactly will happen here? So see what
We
it
can
is.
do squares.
Okay, so for example, see, try to understand. For example, I have here n is equals to what? 5. Okay, so I have to print what? I have to suppose I have to print what? 0. Okay, in one line 0. Okay, not like this. Let me just take a file so that you can understand. Are you guys listening, everyone?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, be attentive, everyone. Suppose our input is what? Let me just comment it. See, if our input is what? N is equals to what? 5. So what we have to print? We have to print 0, 1. Okay, we have to print 4. We have to print 9, 16, 25. Can anyone understanding anyone understanding the logic? Is there anyone understanding the logic of this? We have to take input n, which is 5, and we have to print this series. We have to print this. So I will write the code. I'm not asking the code to you, but I'm asking logic. What is the logic behind this? Can anyone explain?
Logic,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
logic is
Yes, yes, please explain. Go ahead,
Should I?
guys. Yes, yes.
Okay. When we input 5,
Mhm.
so it will take 5 values. So we have to scale all the value till 5.
Okay. So means
Like
you are saying
from 0.
suppose we have these values one, like if we have values like 0. Try to understand everyone, because these are what DSA type of problem, and these are what competitive coding problem, and these problems asked by the companies for the fresher. Okay, so these kind of questions you will face at the time of interview, so don't take these questions lightly. Okay, be attentive. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. We have 4. So what we have in, okay, let me just, okay, so we have 16, up to 16 it is printing, not 25. Okay, so this, suppose this is what our input, and our output should be what? Our output should be like 0, 1, 4, 9, and 16. How we can achieve this output? But what they are saying, actually, they are saying, if we are entering 3, then I want output. What output they want? They want
Sir, here 3 is, sir, it is multiplying, I think.
okay, multiplying. Okay, so they want like this. When they will enter like 4, like they will enter 3, so they want this kind of output. When they enter 5, so they want this kind of output. So how we will achieve this? How we will see, this is what multiplication we are getting, but how we will achieve the series? So we need to generate the numbers from 0 to n. 0 to n, not, we will not include the n, but suppose if our n is what, if our n is 5, so we will generate the number 0, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Okay, so how we will generate? Did anyone watch the range lecture I have shared in group? In 7:30 batch group I have shared. If you watch that range data type lecture, then you can easily give the answer. How we will generate this? We can generate this using for loop. So we can write here for loop for, okay, suppose we are taking input, n is equals to what? Integer input. Okay, and we are asking enter number, enter n. Okay, enter n, and after that for I in range. Okay, and here I am writing n. Okay, so will it print these numbers? Okay, so let me execute it. It is asking n, so I am entering n means 5, so it is generating all numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So means half of the task we have solved. We are able to print this series. Now we have to multiply this series. How we can multiply this? How we can multiply this? See, n is what? This range is generating values. This range is generating values 0, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And each time, okay, so it is generating, this range is generating these values, and each time this values assigned in I. Okay, and it is printing I. This statement is printing I. So it will print first 0, then after that 1 will assign to I. Then it will print what? It will print 1. Okay, like that it is printing. But in output, basically, in output, what we want? We want this 0, 1, 4, 9 and 6 means multiple of this I want. So can anyone tell me how it can print this? How it can print this output?
We can do I multiply I.
Okay,
I
so
square.
okay, let's do I square. So for example, whenever you want to do a square, okay, let me just execute to open ideally. Okay, so it is asking what 5. Okay, see, in order to do square, what we need, suppose I'm writing here. Okay, I'm taking here x is equals to 5, n is equals to what? N is equals to 2. So if I want like what I want? I want x power n. I want x power n. So x power n is what? 5 power 2. So what it will be? It will be 25. 5 into 5. Okay. So x power n. How we will write x power n? So in order to write x power n, we will write here x double stick. Double stick is used for power. Okay. So double stick n. It is means what? X power n. Are you understanding, guys? So it will give the same result. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm writing here what? X double asterisk n. Okay, so means what's the mean of this? X power n. So what it will give? 25. Getting this? So someone is saying we can do power. What can you please come again? What we have to do here?
I power 2.
I power 2. So if we will write I power 2, then what will happen? Let's see. For example, I'm writing here 5 input and we are getting output as what? 0, 1, 4, 9 and 16. We are getting same output or not? What it said, when we enter 3, so it should display this output 0, 1 and 4. Okay, so let's give 3. Let's give 3 as an input. Let's give 3 as an input. So is it giving 0, 1 and 4? Is it giving 0 and 1 and 4? So are we there on solution or not? So what should be the solution here? So n is coming here. So what we will do, we will create here for loop. For I in, what we will write? I in range. Okay, and here we will mention n, right? And after that press enter. And what we have to do? We have to write print I power 2. Can we write like this? Yes. Okay, so let me just run the code and it will execute. It will give different output. It will, okay, so it has executed successfully. Okay, this code is executed successfully. Okay, and test case also passed. And let me submit the code. So there are two test cases which will be executed on our input, our program. Okay,
Sir, what is the number of this problem?
okay, so when you go to the hacker rank, in hacker rank, uh, okay, let me just share the link. I'm just sharing the link of this problem. You can try by yourself. Okay, so this is a link of this problem. You can go through with it. Okay, so yeah, it is saying congratulations, it is submitted successfully. So this challenge we have done successfully. Are you understood? Are you understanding, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's discuss about second problem. Please, anyone, please help me to read this problem. I don't like reading the theory.
Okay, sir, I'll read.
Yes, please.
Let's learn about list comprehensions. You are given three integers x, y, and z representing the dimensions of a cuboid along with an integer n. Print a list of all possible coordinates given by I, j, k on a 3D grid where the sum of I plus j plus k is not equal to n. Here, 0 less than no less than equals to I, less than equals to x, sorry, 0 less than equals to j less than equals to y, 0 less than equals to k less than equals to z. Please use list comprehensions rather than multiple loops as a learning exercise.
Okay, so list comprehension. Here the concept is what? List comprehension. Do you know guys about list comprehension?
Yes, sir.
Okay, list comprehension means it is what elegant way to create list. So let's discuss about list comprehension first, then we will go here. Suppose I have to create one list. Okay, I have to create one list which is having these numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay, 8 9 and 10. How can I do this? In order to do this, we have two ways. Okay, one is normal way, okay, and second is what? Comprehension way. Okay, so let's understand what is the normal way. What is the normal way to create this list? Okay, so normal way is what? Nothing but for loop. With the help of for loop we can create this list. So how we will create? Let's see. So we will write here for. Okay, first we will create one list. Okay, L1, and this is what? Empty list, no element is there. So we will write here for I in range. Okay, and we will write, we have to start this list with 1. We have to start it with 1. So we will write here starting point is what? 1, and we have to end it with 10. So if you want to add it with 10, so like where we will stop it?
11.
We will write here 11. Okay, and each step we will increase each step, because 1
By
after
1.
2 we will increment it by 1. Okay, so after that, so why I am writing this range? Because this will generate these numbers, but we have to add this generated number. This generated number will store in I one by one. First it will produce 1, and 1 will store in I. Next time it will generate 2, and 2 will store inside I. So each time it will storing number in I. So what we will do, that I, whatever number is coming in I, we will append that number in list. So can anyone tell me how we can append that I number in list?
L1 dot append.
L1 dot,
Using append function.
then what we have to write? Is it enough? Tell me guys.
I, sir. In that brackets, I.
Yeah, in
Yes,
bracket
sir.
we will write I, because I is responsible to bringing this generated number. So we will write I. So let's see whether will it generate our this list or not. Okay, so okay, in order to check the output we need to print. So we will print inside the for loop or outside the for loop?
Outside the for loop.
Yeah, we will print list outside the for loop, because we don't want to repeat the list. We want to just generate the values and print the list. So is it printing this list? See, is it printing this list? Yes, it is printing expected out. No, no. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir, can you repeat this program again?
okay. The task is what? We have to print this list. So in order to print this list, in order to generate this list, we have two ways. One is normal way, and second what? Comprehension way. So normal way we can use for loop. So I have created one empty list, and I have created here for loop, and I'm using for loop with range. And in range we need to mention starting point, ending point, because our starting is what? 1, and ending is 10. That's why I'm mentioning stop is what? 11, and step is 1. So it will generate values 1 2 like that, and that values will come in I, and that I we have to append in L1 list with the help of append function, and later we are printing that list. Understood?
Understood, sir.
So how many lines of code we are writing? 1 line, okay, 2 line, 3 line, and 4 line. 4 line of code we are writing. But let's try this way. Let's try which way? Comprehension way. Okay, let's try comprehension way. Let me just comment it here. Okay, now let's try the comprehension way. So in comprehension, what we will do basically, we will create one L1 list like this, and here we will write our variable name. Here variable name is what? I. So here I will write I, and after that I will write here for. Okay, for, and I will write the same thing. I will write here same thing, for I in range. Okay, and what is the range? We will mention the same points we will mention. We will mention 1 is starting, 11 is stop, and 1 is step. Okay, getting? And after that simply we can print what? We can print L1. Will it generate all the numbers up to 10 within 2 line code? We have written
Yes, sir.
only 2 line code. Okay, and it will generate. So see, this for loop will generate each number one time. Okay, this range will generate first value. It will store in I, and this I further store this I inside what? List. This I belongs to list. Okay, this will store in list. This range will give generated number to this I, and this I will give the number to the list I. Okay, so let me just execute it. So as you can see here, we are getting this list. Okay, let me just execute it one more time. So are you understanding both way, comprehension way and like normal way? Getting everyone? Both ways?
Sir, I didn't understand comprehension way. Why we write I
Why
two
we write?
times?
See, because this is a requirement of our question. What they are mentioned? They mentioned please use list comprehension rather than multiple loops. Okay, so that's the reason we need to use comprehension here, and one more reason to use comprehension, because it we can write elegant, what we can say, we can write optimized code, or this is what elegant way to write the code, because it uses less lines. But in for loops, if you will write a traditional method, means it will take more line. Okay, so let's understand the question. For example, x value is 1, y value is 1, z value is 2, then n value is equals to 3, and all permutations of I j k are what they have? 0 0 1. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0 and 0 0 1 0 0 2. Okay, like that we have. And what we have to do, print an array of element that do not sum of n is equals to 3. Okay, we have to print all such arrays which sum should not be equivalent to the 3. So this we have to do. How we can do this? How we can do this? So how we can see, inside the list we have a list. Inside the list we have one list. See, this program is little complex, but if you will not be ready to understand the complex things, then how you will improve yourself, how you will update yourself. So please everyone, be open to understand the complexity of this program, because if you will be open to understand the complex things, then you will upgrade, or you then your knowledge will increment. So are you ready to understand the logic of this weird program? Raise your hand, those who are ready to understand. Let me check the motivation of yours. Yes. Okay, very nice, very nice. Means everyone is ready. Okay, so see, I'm not directly telling you the exact, I'm not telling you directly this thing. Here we have IDLE or programming mode. Here we are practicing simple things. Then we will attack on this large problem. Okay, so what we have to do, can we print this three digit list? Okay, the first thing, can we print list inside the list using comprehension? Okay, so next problem is print list inside list using comprehension. Okay, it is not exactly solution of this, but somehow we are going slowly towards the target. Okay, so printing list inside the list means, for example, I have I have a big list. Okay, I have a big list, and inside this big list, can I print three small list? Can I print three small list? Can I print three small list having some elements? Having some elements. Having some elements like 0, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, like 0, 0. Okay, 1, 0. Okay, can I? Okay, okay. Let's try to print two elements with two elements. Otherwise, it will be again complicated for you. Let's create nested list with two elements. See what we have to do in binary. 0, 0 means 0. Then after that 0, 0, 1 means 1. Okay, after that 1, 0. This is what 2. So can we generate this element? Suppose I have one element which is x. Okay, and inside the x I mentioned one value which is 1. I have y. In y I mentioned what? 1. So what is xy? Xy is nothing but this 0 is x and this is y. This is 0 which is x, this is what? Y. Okay, so what we have to do, let's create one list. L1 is equals to L1 is equals to, and we will use comprehension. Okay, previously what we were doing, we were writing here I, then for loop. Okay, so whatever elements generated by range, it was coming in I and further storing in I list. But here what we will do, we will create two elements, and we will create two elements in as a list, x comma y. Okay, x comma y, and we will write here for loop. First for loop we will write for x, and second for loop we will write for y. So let's write first for loop for x. For x in range, x in range. And what is the range value I'm giving? The range value is what? Like x. So see, if you are taking input as x, so don't use the same element here. So use here like suppose like I'm using here I and j. So if you are using here I, then replace it with I, because here this variable and this variable should be same. Are you listening clearly, everyone? Are you understanding whatever I'm saying till now? Whatever element you are writing here, the same element you have to write here. Whatever element you are writing here, same element you have to writing, you need to write here. Are you getting this? So this thing we have written for I variable. Now the second for loop we have to write for the j. So we will give here space and we will write here for j in range. Okay, and how many values we have to generate? We have to generate values till y. Okay, so what is the y value? Y value is what? 1. So how many values it will generate? How many values x will generate? X will generate 0 value, and y will generate how many value? 0 value. Okay, please let me know if you are not understanding the syntax. How many of you are understanding 10% at least?
I understood, sir.
Okay, so let me just execute this and let's see what output we are getting. Okay, we are not printing anything, that's why we are not getting any output. So in order to check the output, at least we need to print it. Okay, so we need to print it at least. We need to print L1. So what we are getting? 0, 0. We are getting 0, 0. Why we are getting 0, 0? Okay, see this for loop, this for loop. I'm just talking about this for loop. Focus here on this for loop. So this range will generate how many values? This range will generate 0 value because x value is 1. So this range will generate which value? 0 value. And after that, it will come here. Okay, for j. J will generate which value? 0 value. Okay, so I value and j value is what? 0, 0. And it will print 0, 0. Okay, so let me tell you what it will print. See, so it will generate one list, and inside the list it will print, because I can generate maximum 0 value, right? And j can generate maximum 0 value. So here it will generate 0, 0. That's why we are getting result as what? 0, 0. Okay, now let's see. Let's focus here. I'm going to increase y value. Y value is 2. Y value is 2. So for each value of x, it will generate 2 values. Okay, let me run it. So what it is generating? It is generating 0, 0 and 0, 1. Why it is generating 0, 1? See, this I loop will generate what? 0. I loop will generate what? 0. Okay, let me just use pen so that you can understand. Everyone please focus here. See, this x is generating what? X will generate 0. Okay, and y, how much values it will generate? It will generate, because y value is what? 2. So it will generate 0 and 1. It will generate 0 or 1. It will generate 0. It will generate 0 and 1. Okay, so x, how much value x will generate? X is generating 0. So what will happen? What will happen when x value is 0? So this j is generating which value? J is generating 0, and j is further generating one more value, which is 1, right? So it is creating one list with this 0, and it is creating one list with this 1. Okay, so it is storing like this. X is nothing but, when we are talking about x, is nothing but I, and I is this point. So 0, and with j value 0. J is also there, na? J is there, and j is generating first is what? 0. So 0. Second is what? When x is 0, it is also generating 1. Who is generating 1? J. So first is what? This I, because x is nothing but I. So this is 0, but it is generating which one? 1. So that is why it is generating two lists within the list. Not getting? How many of you are understanding this? Okay, let me tell you, guys. When y value is 3, so what will happen? Y value is 3, what will happen? See what will happen. This is what? Try to understand, everyone. This is what? Our list, a big list. Okay, and this range, this loop is executing how many times? 3 times. Okay, how many times? 3 times. 0 time, 1 time, and 2 time. Okay, so it will generate how many sublist? It will generate 3 sublist. Okay, and this for loop is generating how many times? It is generating 1 time. 1 time means 0 only. Okay, so each time, every time Every time I value is what? I value is 0. Every time I value is 0. Every time I value is 0, because this represent what? I. Okay, so first time j value is what? Because this represent this area, this area is for j. So first time, what is the j value? 0. Second time means here. Second time, what is the j value? J value is 1. Third time, what is the j value? J value is 2. So it will generate this. Are you understanding, guys?
Yes, sir. Understanding.
What about
Yes,
others?
sir.
It might be confusing. Okay, it is not the easy thing, but you guys need to understand this. Okay, let me just execute it and see whether it is generating or not. So is it generating the same? 0 0 and then 0 1 and 1 2. Okay, and let me check how much you are understanding. Let me change the value here. I'm writing here 2. Can anyone tell me what will happen? Can anyone tell me what will happen? Inside the list, how many sublist will create? Okay, forget about the sublist. Tell me, this for loop will generate how many values? What is the y value? 3. So it will generate, first it will generate 0, then 1, it will generate 2. What is this for loop value? What is the x value? X value is 2.
2.
So it will generate what? 0 1,
2 times.
right? And how many? Okay, for 0, okay, here for 0, it will execute how many list? 3 list. For 0, for keeping 0, it will generate how many list? 3 list. Getting? And second value is what? Second value is 1. For 1, it will generate how many values? 3.
3 values.
Okay, 3 it will generate. So it will keep 1 here. And second value is j. I'm not writing j value, but second value is what? J value. Okay. So I, and one more time I. Okay. So what is the initial value of j? 0. What is the second value of j? 1. What is the end value of j? 2. Okay, now for this value, 1 value. So what is the j value? 0. What is the next j value? 1. What is another j value? Is 2. So it will generate this output. It will generate this output: 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2. Will it generate the same or not? Let's verify. So it is generating this list. Okay, 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 1, and in last it is printing 1 2. Are you understanding, everyone, about like this example? Guys, please confirm, are you understanding this? Raise your hand those who are not understanding. Raise your hand if you're not understanding. Okay, everyone understanding. Sai Lakshmi, you are not getting it. You are not getting it.
No, sir.
No. Okay. It is nothing but nested loop. We discussed about nested loop, no? So this is like a nested loop. So see, this for loop is responsible for this element, okay, and the second for loop is responsible for the second element, right? For example, let me give you one more example so that you can understand. Okay, so I think I need to tell you for loop. So I don't want to tell you the for loop now, but I want to tell you exactly what happening here. Suppose I values are what? I values are like 1 and 2. Okay, and j values are what? j values are suppose like 1, 2 and 3. So what happening here actually, for I value 1, for I value 1, it will it will it will visit all the values of j. For example, this is what I value. I value is what? 1. And what is the j value? J value for I value 1 and j value is what? 1. So I value will not go to the 2, but with I value 1 we will take 2 now. Then I value 1 we will take 3 now until we will not finish this. Okay, let's see one more time. I value is what? I values are like 1 and 2. J value is what? 1, 2 and 3. So see, I'm creating here what is, I'm targeting this value of I. So with this value of I, we have to visit all the j values. So I value is this. This is nothing but I value I'm writing. Okay, and this is nothing but j value I'm writing. J value first is what? 1. Then we will increase the j value, and I value is what? 1. Same. And j value is 2. I value is not increasing. See, I value is same. Here also same. And again I value will be same because 3 is remaining. So I value visited all the places of j. 1 it is visited, 2 is visited, 3 it is visited. If it is visited all the places, then I value will increase. Okay, I value is what? Now I value is 2. I value is what? 2. For 2. Now 2 will visit each place of j. Okay, so what is the I value now? I value is 2. So 2 will visit j place 1. I value is 2. 2 will visit now j value 2. 2 will visit now j value 3. So now I don't have, I mean this I value don't have any further number. So it if it doesn't have any number, so we don't need to visit any j places. So means this is our list element created.
Understood, sir. Understood.
Okay. Okay, let's make it little more complex in order to reach to the output of the our hacker rank problem. Okay, we are solving this hacker rank problem, so let's make it little more complex. Okay, so I'm writing here. Okay, so 2 is fine. Then let's take another variable which is z. Z is what? Z is like, right? Okay, z is 2. Okay, z is 2. So I will keep one more element here which is z. Okay, for z, see, we have for loop for I, we have for loop for j, but we don't have for loop for z. Okay, so it will not generate z element, so we need to create another for loop for z. For, okay, so if your input is z, so you cannot write z here. See here, our I input is what? X. So here we are writing I. Okay, so here we need to write another variable. Let me write k here. Okay, so for k in range, what is the range? Range is z. Okay, z is equals to what? 2. Can anyone tell me now how many brackets it will create? Okay, please help me to write. I'm writing, you just help me, everyone. Those who knows, okay, it doesn't matter like you know the correct answer or not, but you have to at least try. Okay, so this is what my big bracket. Okay, and inside this I have 3 elements. Okay, 3 elements. So I will generate, this for loop will generate how many values? This
Three
for
values.
this for loop will generate, okay, what is the maximum? The x value is 2, so it will generate 0 and 1. What about this for loop? What is the y value? Y value is 3, so it will generate 0, 1 and 2. Isn't it? Z value is what? 2. Z value is 2, so it will generate 0 and 1. Right? So when this x, I mean this I value is 0, when I value is 0, so I value is 0. Then for I value 0, we have to visit this 0. Right? And for this 0 value, okay, for this 0 value, we have to visit these two places. So this is what? I, this is what? J, and what is the k value? The k value in is starting what? 0. Okay, next list. Okay, it will be same. It will be same. 0 and 0, and but this for loop k value will increase. Okay, because this 0 has to visit all the values of z, because this is the nested, this k for loop is the nested, this is a 3 nested loop. Okay, this I is a nested for j and k. Okay, so here value will change. So it has visited, see this is what j for loop. J for loop visited all the values. Now j value will increase. J value previously this, but j value will become now this, and it will also visit. So see, I value is same, j value changed. J value is what? The middle one. J value is 1, and for 1 it will go to the 0. It's complex. Okay, it is not that easy, but try to understand. Now, okay, this 1 visited 0. Now this 1 will visit 1 also. 0, 1 comma 1. Okay, now the j value will become 2. J value will become 2, and 2 will also visit this all the values. So I is 0, not incremented. Okay, and what about j? J become 2 now. Okay, and for 2 it will visit this value 0. This k value is 0. Okay, this is 2. Okay, 2 is what? Okay, 2 is the j value. So 2, 0 is I value, 2 is the j value, and 2 will visit this I value. Okay, so this 2 also visited this value. Now the work of 0 is completed. Now I value will increase, and for I value it will come again to this 0. I value 1, and this 0, and this all is 0. Okay, so like that this repetition will work. Okay, so multiple list will create. Let's see the output once, whether we are going in correct direction or not. So see what we are predicting 000, and this is 001, and we are getting 001 here, and 010 we are getting 010, and after that 011 we are getting 011. Okay, so if you have idea about this, if you are understanding this little bit, so now we are good to solve this problem. Now try to solve this problem. What it is saying? It is saying what? Try to understand everyone here. Be focused everyone. See, for integer xyz, and each one, each on a separate line. Okay, print the list lexicographic increasing order. Okay, there. Okay, try to understand this condition also. Print an array of an element that do not sum to n is equals to 3. It has given what? N value 3. So what we have to do, these are the elements, these are the list element I, j, k. It should not it should not, the sum of these elements should not be equal to 3. So we have to write condition also. We have to write condition also. Okay, try to understand here. So we have x, we have y. So let me create one list here. L1 is equals to this. And we have to create one sublist. Okay, we have to create one sublist. In sublist, I'm writing what I, j, and k. Okay, I, j, and k. And for each, I will create one for loop. So for I in range. Okay, and I range I will take from here x. How many of you are listening? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, those who are listening. Okay, okay, everyone alert. Okay, so we have to take this I value, we have to take from x. X is there. Now for j in range, we have to write here what y. Okay, and k for k in range. Okay, and we have to write here what z. But there is a condition. There is a condition. What is the condition? These three elements value. Three elements are what? I, j, and k. It should not be, the sum of these values should not be equivalent to the 3. See, try to understand the condition here. What is the condition? Condition is print an array of the elements do not sum n is equals to 3. Okay, so after that, when we write the list comprehension, in last we can apply the condition also. If what we have to do, we have to write I plus j plus k not equals to what? It should not equals to 3 or we can say n, because n is containing whatever number contained by n, it should not be equivalent to that number. Okay, try to understand. Do not, for example, if I'm okay, if I ask you, just we will come back to our like question mean solution. If I ask you, just print this list, just print this list. What list you have to print? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 and 10. This you have to print. Okay, so you can easily print, by list comprehension. L1, okay, you will write here I, for loop, you will write one for loop for this I in range, and here you will write 1 11 and 1. So this is how you will get, all the elements as we discussed previously. Okay, so we are getting all the elements, but and now I want to apply one condition. Show only even numbers, even elements. Then what you will do? Means I want output something like 2 4, okay, 2 4 6 8 and 10. I want this output. Then what you will do? So once you have written logic, your logic is completed. Just you have to make the part of the, you have to make element the part of this list those who are even. So you will write condition. In last you will write condition here. If I modulus 2 is equals to 0, then only allow whatever element generated by range, allow only when if this condition is true. So if we have written this condition, means only the even elements we can get. So while creating the elements using list comprehension, we can apply the condition. Same here we are doing. Whatever elements we are creating, we are writing condition for them. Okay, I plus j plus k should not equal to n. It should not be equivalent to n. Okay, so that's all we have done with our logic. Now we want what? We want to print L1. Okay, now just run this code and try to check whether error is okay. Wrong output it is saying. What's the wrong? It is generating 0. Okay, it is generating what? 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, what is the mistake here? For I in range, for j in range y and z. Okay, what is the problem here? Let me just check. Okay, so suppose x, y, z have some inputs. X is equals to 1, 1, 1, and n is equals to 3. So what it will generate? It is generating 0, 0, 0. What's the mistake we are doing here? We are adding I plus j plus k not is equals to n. Then only print this. Okay, let me just go to the chat GPT to understand what's the problem we are doing. Okay, so what is the mistake in our code? Okay, what we are not doing here. Okay, so they mentioned this element x is equals to 1, y equals to 1, and z equals to 1, and we are writing here what? X. So it is executing 0 time. If it is 1 means it is executing 0 time, but they want to execute us to 1 time. Means 0 and 1 time, and 0 and 1 time, 0, 1 and 2 means total 3 times. So what we have to do, we need to just write here plus 1. Are you there, guys? Are you guys there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so this was the mistake. We need to write plus 1. Okay, because it will not include the stop value, but they want me to stop the like what we can say, uh, stop value. They want us to include the stop value. That's why we are writing it. See, if we are not giving here starting value, so starting value is default 1. By default, starting value is 1. Okay, so if we are not giving, so starting value is 1. If we are not giving step values, step value will be by default 1. Let's run now. Okay, so now it is executing. Okay, it is generating our output, and this is the expected output. Let me just submit this code. So these are the test cases. These all are the inputs will apply on our code. If our code is capable to handle all types of inputs, then only it will accept our solution. Otherwise, it will reject our solution. And these are the questions asked by the companies, right? These questions asked by the companies. So it is hard, and things can give you success. Okay, so this is how we are done with second program. All right. I was thinking like I will cover more concept, but I couldn't cover more concepts, and so we are done with today's class. In next class, we will discuss further topics. Okay, that's all for today's class. If you have any question, you may ask. Otherwise, uh, do you have any doubt, anyone? Does anyone have any doubt? Please confirm.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Okay. All right, great. Good night, guys. You may leave the meeting.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Good night.